Hey, so I know that we just been talking about how Nick yearns Olandria and how Nick is like the lover boy of the two and everything. And I get it and I love it. And I just love that content. But honestly, we need to dive into how Alandria is a lover girl as well, but like in her own way, of course. First and foremost, I want us to remember what Alandria said when she said that she falls in love with the potential of somebody, right? So when we think about her and Taylor, I feel like she would have rocked that out because she saw potential in Taylor. But because Taylor pretty much consistently played in her face, she decided to let that go. When it comes down to Nick, I think that she not only has fallen in love with the potential of her and Nick being together, but she already fell in love with him. Now, rock with me, okay? Walk with me. Let's think about day one, right? Let's think about when they're the very first coupling up, right? You remember when she says, "Come on, cream," and she's going up there to kiss Nick, and that kiss was very like, it was short, but it was like intense, right? It was like probably 4 seconds tops, maybe 5 seconds tops, and they poured it their all into that kiss. Like, if we know one thing about Olandria, she loves to kiss with her, like with her tongue, right? Like she likes to lay it on thick. She wants people to taste her. Nick was the same way, right? The energy was already matched. So when Nick pulled away first, you see Olandria lean in, okay? And let me show you.
Come on, cream. Oh, yeah. Oh, I get one. Oh. Not the classy jeans. This one got a little spice to it. Yeah?
Y'all saw how that kiss was short, but the way that Olandria seemed like she wanted more. Yeah, that woman was yearning for that man day one too, okay? But remember, right? Olandria just didn't know how to feel about Nick. Not only with the aspect of Sierra and Bella Dasha both going for her, right? But the whole aspect of Nick kissing Bella Dasha, like Nick was just in a very messy situation, right? So I feel like she definitely kind of threw her hands up and was like, I'm not sure if I'm ready to deal with that. I'll just stick to what's comfortable and safe with, like, to me as well, which was Taylor, right? We love talking about how Nick stuck with Sierra because she was safe and comfortable. But Alandria did the same thing with Taylor, right? Neither of them wanted to take the risk of exploring each other. Not only that, but Alandria didn't want to take the risk either because she wasn't sure if Nick liked her for her or liked her just because he found her to be like sexually attractive, right? Mind you, right? She talks about this in her interviews, right? She wasn't sure if Nick truly liked her or not. Like, she felt something in between them, right? She felt some type of spark, right? However, she did not explore, she did not initiate anything because she grew up in Alabama, right? In a very, and this is her wording, traditional state, but we'll be blunt, a very conservative Republican state where white men typically don't go after women like her, a black woman, nevertheless a dark-skinned black woman. So it's like we're kind of conditioned as black women to not expect anybody outside our race to like really be attracted to us for us in our own way, but to just be attracted to our body, right? So I think that she kind of just feared that being the genuine case. So let's think back to like episode 22 when Alandria pretty much tells Nick that like, hey, there was no spark. She's already spoken about this before, but like once again, it was definitely out of fear of like the potential of like actually going for something that she did like and she did want. But once again, she was very safe and comfortable with something that she's very much used to, which was a black man, right? So like with her being a yearner, we do see like a few clips of like her peeking and glancing at Nick in between episode 1 and 29, right? But you definitely see her yearning and wanting and needing Nick when they are coupled up, to where she definitely feels like she doesn't have to posture for anybody, where she doesn't have to like be really careful and step on like and not step on anybody's toes, because Sierra is no longer like in the building, right? It's just her and Nick, so she feels a lot more comfortable with him. Like in episode 31, where him and Alandria are like taking care of like the little, like it's the baby challenge, and Nick's holding the baby and he's asking her how does he feel about like the name Marcel and everything, and she just goes like, yeah, it's a part of you. Yo, that's a lover girl down. that is a let her go down. The way she softly says this, the way that she's just like smiling and looking at Marcel and at Nick, I get where Nick is coming from when he tells the interviewer that in that moment he knew he wanted to continue to explore things with her. He was literally seeing flashes of their future together. Like, it was that serious for him. I understand it. I really do. In talking about how much they missed each other's taste, you know, during their first official kissing challenge as a couple, that shit ate. And let me show you guys what I'm talking about.
Our first kiss since Soul Ties.
So that was really intense, and I think we can all agree that that kiss was really intense from both of them, okay? As Nick said, this was their first kiss since Soul Ties, so I can only imagine how much they were hungry and starved to, like, kiss each other again. And, like I said, you can see the way that Olandria was gripping onto that man when he's, like, literally trying to kiss her face off. Like, that girl wanted Nick just as much as he wanted her in that very moment. Like, they dived into it. Like, that kiss was that was frenzy, that was rushed, that was starved. Like, they have been desperate to get their lips on each other again, and it definitely showed within this challenge. Post-villa content of these two are absolutely also top tier. Like, Alandria, when she looks at Nick, her eyes literally soften and she just gives him that very doe-eye look. It's so, you know how like you're batting your eyelashes at somebody that you like? That's what Alandria is doing. She's not batting her eyelashes, but it's the way that she like leans down and she's looking at him. She's nervous. She's very shy, but oh my gosh, is she gone for Nick? Okay, she has already, like, she's definitely falling for Nick, and you can tell just from this picture. She's like, she kind of like scrunches up in herself and she's just looking. She's like, wow, I really bagged this man. Like, her eyes, listen, y'all, her eyes tell a story. Y'all just have to pay attention. Another example of how she looks into his eyes, like, their eye contact is, first of all, insane. The chemistry, the tension, chef's kiss. This is another closer look of like how intense their eye contact is. Listen, I know that look that Alandria is giving this man. Olandria is literally having flashes of all the positions Nick could put her in. Listen, if she comes across as, oh well, okay, I said what I said because I know this look. Our girl is shy to the max, right? Like, she's shy around him and everything, but when she looks at him, I don't think she understands, and maybe she's doing it subconsciously, but she looks at him like she wants to literally jump his bones, okay? She wants to be in that man's skin. And I love to see it. I really do. With that being said, thank you guys for tuning in to my long commentary video about Nick Alandria, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.